Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome to my channel. Coach Angel here. And today I have some good stuff for you. I got a good video. We're talking about my coaching program, my life coaching program. And I've been working on this for quite some time, and I've been able to help a lot of people throughout my life and stuff, helping people, mentorship and things like that. So especially in my career too, as a leader, as a manager, been able to help coach people through things. So for the past year or so, I've been developing a coaching program, and I'm ready to kind of unveil it. So I'm ready to help more people out, and I've been doing kind of things, locally. But now with the COVID pandemic, I've been able to think about expanding and realizing that, hey, everyone's doing things virtually. People are a lot more open to doing virtual stuff. So this is an opportunity to reach more people and help more people. So that's what I'm all about. Life of service. Again, you've been watching some of my other videos. I'm all about being always selfless, always serving. Right? That's the American standard. That's what's going to make America strong. So this is my life coaching program. We call it the Enlightened Coach. That's why they call me Coach Angel. And so the Enlightened Coach is a one-on-one life coaching program from a Christian biblical perspective. Now, if you're not a believer, it's okay. A lot of these same principles, can help you, and I can kind of help you see what might be missing from your life from a spiritual perspective. But if you are a believer, this is right up your alley, because it's all Christian biblically based, and I'm always going to be trying to lead you toward the Lord and seeking Him first in your life and every area of your life and all the things that you're dealing with. So let's get into this a little bit. I'm going to talk about kind of the core of what the program is all about, some of the areas that we help you with. But the number one thing that I start and I help with is spiritual growth. Okay? All about spiritual growth. That's where it starts. What does your relationship with God look like? And whether you believe in God or not, it does start there, because we're spiritual beings, and a lot of what we deal with is spiritual. There's a lot of craziness going on out there, but if you get your mind right, and it's not just spiritual, but your mental, right? Your mental capacity and your ability to deal with things mentally, right? And that all starts with your spirit internally first and foremost. So that's where we start. Spiritual growth. We also deal with physical health. Now, I've always struggled with my physical health as far as being overweight. I've been always fairly healthy, but the overweight part. But I've really been able to kind of break through and tackle some stuff. And over the past year, I've lost a lot of weight and been able to keep it off. And I'm not quite where I want to be, but I'm getting there. And I can help you with those things, right? Diet and just exercise, all the things that you need to be thinking through, because when your mind is right and your physical health is right, then you can deal with a lot of the external things that come at you, right? Get your vertical relationships right? You get your internal relationships right, then you can deal with the horizontal. Right? And so the next thing that leads us to is relationships. Now, the relationship is not just talking about your love life, right? Your love interests or your spouse, but I'm also talking about your children, your parents, right? Your siblings, maybe not even, or let's say even your best friends, right? Your friendships, what kind of friends are you around? Or let's say your relationships at work, maybe you're dealing with a coworker, you're having situations there, a boss or someone. So I help you deal with relationships and really help you understand, what's important. And also, we get into your professional and financial health, right? How are you doing in your career and whatnot? So this is what I call the 4 pillars of your life. A lot of the things stem, right? Everything kind of stems from those 4 pillars. And then you have kind of how we try to tackle a lot of these 4 pillars, right? Number 1 is kind of finding your purpose and your passion, right? For each of these areas. Why do we do what we do? Why are you here? What is your purpose? What, in other words, we might say is what's your calling, right? When we talk about passion, I'm not talking about just what are you passionate about? What are the things that you really want to do, that you think you want to do? No, I'm talking about being very methodical, about really understanding what brings you fulfillment. What are those things that really drive you, that you feel that God is calling you to? Right? So that's when we talk about purpose and passion. And a lot of what we do is focused on growth, right? Growing in each of these areas in your life, right? In your spirit, again, spiritual growth, your physical growth, right? Making sure that you're developing yourself, right? Your relationships are growing, they're getting stronger, right? You're devoting time into it. You're actually giving more to those relationships than you're taking. And then we get into sustainability, right? And we're not talking about just kind of earth sustainability, but no, I'm talking about like the pace at which you're growing, the pace at which you're developing each of these areas or those particular relationships and things like that. Is that pace sustainable, right? Let's say you're focused on some career change or starting a business and you really need to focus time and energy into that, right? And it's okay, you can do that, but uh, is the pace that you're going sustainable, right? Can you do it for several months or a year or 2 years? But let's say you've been doing that for 5 years. You know what starts to struggle? Your relationships or your physical health or your spiritual health, right? So is the pace that you're going at, the pace that you're applying this energy sustainable, right? And that leads to the last thing, balance. You have to find balance. You have to be able to say, okay, you know what? I need to devote more time to my kids right now because let's say they're getting into their teenage years, they need dad or they need mom right now. So you need to maybe reshuffle some priorities around. Maybe you need to devote a little more time to those relationships, and maybe the career needs to kind of take a pause, right? Or the business needs to scale back. You need to start implementing automation or whatever you need to do so that it frees up some of your time so you can devote some time maybe to your spiritual health because you've been neglecting it, or to your physical health because you've been neglecting that. So that's basically the 4 key factors of how we grow in these areas and the 4 pillars. And then we get into other stuff, right? We really dig deep. I don't hold back, right? If you really want, I want you to be a whole, happy, healthy human. And in order to do that, we really have to dig down, right? Get to the core of who we are, get to those deep, deep roots of stuff that's happened, right? So a lot of this is mentorship and discipleship, really helping you one-on-one, right? On kind of where you want to go with your life, what is it you're doing. We help, get major decisions and things like that. But another area is mental conditioning. I really help you learn how to process things, how to deal with stuff, that comes at you, how to deal with adversity, how to react the right way. I always say, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So your mental conditioning has a lot to do with that, right? If you learn to, to stop, breathe, think, really evaluate risk before you say anything, before you do certain things, that'll really help you out. And we deal with, I talked about, visualization. We talk about meditation and all these exercises that'll help condition your mind to make you stronger, to make you deal with life or help you deal with life and what life throws at you. When we get into leadership development, a big piece of what this is all about developing you as a leader, right? If you're a man, developing you as a leader of your home, right? Leading your relationships, leading your family, right? And you teaching you how to lead, but more importantly, teaching you how to help others lead and building leaders, right? Because you as a parent, that's your number one goal is to help develop your child to be a leader in life. You don't want them to just be a follower. You don't want them to just be a sheep. And same thing if you're in any kind of management role or if you're leading a business, you have to learn to be a good leader. I think one of the biggest failures in America today, other than financial literacy, is lack of leadership skills. I mean, it's lacking so much in corporate America. And so, I'm a student of leadership, personal growth and development, follow a lot of leadership, I don't want to call them gurus, but leaders, that have helped me a lot, guys like John Maxwell and Simon Sinek and others. So I'm going to pour into you a lot of that knowledge that I've learned and studied. Let me get into kind of some core stuff, right? Hardcore stuff like addictions, right? Maybe you have drug or alcohol addiction, right? I've struggled with those things in the past, a long time ago, but I have dealt with those things. But other stuff, right? Porn addiction or shopping addiction, right? Any kind of addiction, right? We'll get into some of that stuff. And they also help you deal with life, trauma, and tragedy, right? Bad things happen. We live in a fallen world. And sometimes people do bad things to us, right? And stuff just happens sometimes. I've dealt with a lot, trust me. In fact, if you want to learn a little bit more about my life and what I've been through, you can check out a podcast I was recently on, Business Story with Chad Muncie. I'll have a link in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. But I get into a lot of those things and the things that I dealt with growing up. And, I've gone from tragedy to triumph, as I say. So I help you deal with a lot of those things. And I help you deal with major decisions, right? I help you learn how to process, right? How to process the risk, how to process, what course you should take. And a lot of times it's just taking a step back and really analyzing and applying, methodical thinking and really saying, okay, what are the best things, right? What are the pros? What are the cons? Really, what do I need to do? What is the best thing based on my goals and where I'm trying to get to? So I help you learn how to process major decisions, and I'll be there along the way with you, right? And then we get also into career planning, right? If you need to make a change, if you need to advance in some way, shape, or form, I give you a lot of tips and tricks. Or if you want to make an actual career change, or you're looking to start a business, or you just started a business and you need it to help grow. I've been in finance and business for a long time, so I can help you with those things as well. So normally, if you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com, The Enlightened Coach, I normally offer a 9-week one-on-one fast track coaching, okay? And I typically charge $1,500. It's well worth the money, trust me. But because of the COVID pandemic, and I know a lot of people are struggling right now. They're struggling financially. They're struggling just with anxiety and stress, uncertainty, and all those things. So I want to help more people. Right, this is the way that I'm able to give back. So right now, I'm gonna do a deal for the rest of 2020. All right, through December 31st, 2020. Then I'm gonna go back to the regular pricing. So through the rest of 2020, if you're watching this, I'm gonna give you a deal. $14.97. Normally I said $14.99 for 9 weeks. I'll charge $14.97 for a 6-month commitment. My commitment, 6 months. You'll have me for 6 months. I'm going to commit to you and help you deal with life, and we can talk about if you want to continue after that. But if you decide to give up before I'm committing to you 6 months. It'll be up to you if you want to commit to that 6 months for yourself. But $14.97, we'll meet virtually or in person, right? If you're local, or if you want to need payments because you're struggling. Normally, I don't offer people payment plans. I try to I know what I'm worth, but because people are struggling, I'll do 3 payments for $6.97, right? And we could do that monthly, or maybe every other month if you're going to commit to the 6 months. So that's the way I'm going to try to help you and get back. It's a little bit more, obviously, you want to do the payments, but if you want to just pay for it up front, $14.97, it's a great deal. Like I said, normally I charge a lot more, and I've put a lot of time, a lot of effort into this, and I give you my all. That's my commitment to you. Now, if you also just want just the financial coaching, if you don't want any of the life coaching, you just need help with your finances. Again, if you go to my website, go to Facebook, you can see. Normally, I charge $777 for a 9-week course. So again, for 6-month commitment for just the finances, and I'll help you with your debt management, velocity banking, infinite banking, just kind of help you, with your business and whatever else. Like I said, I've been in the financial industry for the past 18 years, and in business, so. I have a lot to offer. I'll have a lot to help you with. So $777, I'm going to stick with that price, but I'll give you the 6-month commitment. Now, for the 6-month commitment on your life coaching, we'll meet bi-weekly, right? We'll have just a regular cadence every other week. But I'll still be available for any urgent calls. Let's say you wake up in the middle of the night and you need some help. You're struggling with something, or maybe you're dealing with suicide or something like that. I'll be available to you. I want to help you, right? So with that, this is what I offer, the Enlightened Coach. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You'll be able to see kind of what I'm all about. Angel Abundance 24/7, right? Because I'm always hustling 24/7. But you'll see all my posts, and you'll see kind of, that I'm the real deal. I'm all about personal growth and development and helping you to kind of just have a focused and intentional life, right? Check out the description below. There'll be links and for more information. And, if you don't, or you can't afford, or you don't want to do this, but you like what we're doing, you like what I'm all about, check out my Patreon page, www.patreon.com, Angel Abundance, and you can support us. You can support this channel. I have a lot more content that I'm going to be putting out, and some other larger, bigger visions for developing a Christian leadership and business mentorship program. So there's going to be a lot more stuff there. But if you want to help support, you want to partner with me, and get an inside track on a lot of the stuff that's coming up. So I would love your feedback. I would love your support. Check it out. www.patreon.com, Angel Abundance. Really appreciate you guys. So if you have any questions, reach out to me again in the description. Go ahead and like this video, share it with someone you know that might benefit from my services, and subscribe to my channel. We have a lot more content coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, smash on that bell so you can get the notifications when I do release new content. So with that, thank you very much. Check out my other channel, Fire Life Financial. You'll see kind of what we're all about on the financial stuff. And, if you want to do that, just financial coaching. I appreciate you all. God bless you. I look forward to talking with you again. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one, everybody.